What's up, Poppers? Happy New Year, and welcome back to another episode of the Jalapeno Paupers Podcast. I'm Miles.
I'm Bernie.
We're happy to be here. We're excited to be here. Today, we're going to look back on 2024, talk about some of our favorite sets, some of our favorite cards, and we'll look forward to 2025 and kind of what to expect. We'll have some spicy predictions on what's to come there. Okay, so let's just kind of look over 2024, review some of the sets there and some of our favorite cards. So we had 7 new sets.
Seven sets with new cards, yeah.
Right.
I left off on this list Ravnica Remastered.
Reprints.
There was surprisingly a lot of card rarity shifts. But I didn't count any of that.
Sure.
In any of this.
Yeah, that's okay. So we had Murders at Karlov Manor, Outlaws at Thunder Junction, MH3, Assassin's Creed, Bloomborough, Duskmorn, and Foundations and Jumpstart.
Yeah. So
what was your favorite set out of those?
that was hard to come up with. And there's some caveats here on my end, probably on yours as well.
No, I'm very straightforward. I follow the rules.
I mean, we didn't really start playing Pauper Commander until October.
Yeah, right.
So, from the lens of Pauper Commander, I played mostly with Duskmorn. I think that was the set that I played the most Pauper Commander with. And it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. But I think for my favorite set of the year, like notwithstanding Pauper Commander, not like leaning into that.
Sure.
I would go with Modern Horizons 3. I don't necessarily like overall.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like choosing a premier set, an expensive set, because that kind of always feels bad. But it was so much fun to draft.
Yeah.
Drafting was awesome. But also with Pauper Commander, I did actually build 2 Pauper Commander decks that were awesome to play with. So I think it had some stellar cards for Pauper Commander.
Yeah.
Commons, bomb commons, as well as some incredible uncommons. So pairing that alongside the fact that the limited environment was fantastic, I'm going with MH3.
Yeah, totally fair. Makes sense. I liked a lot of these sets. I liked Bloomborough. I like that setting. Cute, fun cards. Duskmorn was cool. I like that setting. That was the one that we interacted and played the most at MagicCon.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a great picture that we took with the cosplayers.
Oh yeah.
You insisted that we did that. That was your idea, right?
Like me. That sounds a lot like me. Yeah.
We couldn't pull you away. You wanted to keep going. And then Foundations and Jumpstart. So favorite set for me this past year was Foundations and Jumpstart. So for lots of reasons. The Pauper Commanders are awesome, especially the Jumpstart ones. They're so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I love this kind of return to more fundamental Magic, inviting more people to start playing Magic and getting back to the roots and that kind of thing. And then the Pauper Commanders are just so cool, and the Jumpstart ones especially, right? Like we've had a recent gameplay come out with those guys, and that was super fun. And they're so powerful. So yeah. I'm excited to play with those more and build around those more.
Yeah.
And also another personal reason is I've got a 7-year-old, and we were anticipating this Foundations coming out, and he's like, yeah, did that come out yet? I want to play. And I was like, this is the perfect time to get my kids addicted to Magic. So that's the hope.
Yeah.
So we've been playing Foundations, and it's been really fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Foundation's fantastic. So.
Yeah, well done. All right, so let's go into our 3 favorite commons and 3 favorite uncommons from the year. So these are our favorites, not necessarily the best or the most powerful.
Yeah. Just things that we like.
Oh, and kind of along with that, we have some stats.
Yeah. So, and we'll include a link to the Scryfall search that we used to figure this stuff out. let us know if it's correct or if it's missing something, but it looks like there were 366 new uncommon creatures printed this last year.
That's crazy.
That's a lot. Especially considering there's only been 472 new common cards. So for the 99 new cards, there's only 472. Like, that number is a lot closer than I was expecting it to be.
We're getting a lot of uncommons.
Yeah, uncommon creatures.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat. It's a great time to get into Pauper Commander. They're flooding the playing field with creatures for us to
That's
use.
right.
So, yeah, super cool.
366 uncommon creatures and 472 new common cards.
Yeah. That does not include downshifted things. That's just brand new, first time printed cards.
Commons, yeah. All right. Tell us about your 3 favorite.
Okay, we'll go with Commanders first here.
Nice.
The first one might be obvious based on our gameplay history. We've got 3 gameplay videos out now, and 2 of them I've played with the Oblivious Bookworm. You're not a fan of this card. I don't think a lot of people are.
I never said that.
You've said it many times.
He's all right.
I think it's so much fun. The face down mechanic just really speaks to me. I like the mystery around it. Yeah, it's just been so much fun to play with and to tinker with. So that's probably my number 1. My number 2, I went with a Modern Horizons 3 card, and this I've got to play twice now, and it's so strong, and it's a lot of fun to play with. It's Titan's Vanguard, so it's the Gruul Eldrazi from Modern Horizons 3 that deals with +1/+1 counters, another archetype I love, and just big, stompy stuff. It's really fun.
Yes, I was in a game when you played this. It's really powerful. It's scary. It does exactly what it's meant to do. It's really cool.
Yeah. My third choice, though, is a card that I have not played with or built yet, but it's one that as I've been going through all the creatures, uncommon creatures from the year, this one I really want to build, and it's from the Fallout set. It's Young Deathclaws, so it's 4/2 Lizard Mutant with Menace, and it says each creature card in your graveyard has Scavenge. The Scavenge cost is equal to its mana cost. So Scavenge, you exile creatures from your graveyard and then put that many +1/+1 counters on a creature on the battlefield equal to the power of the creature you exiled. It just seems really cool.
Yeah, it does.
Seems like a really strong uncommon.
Totally.
So yeah, those are my 3 favorite Pauper Commanders. It was so hard to choose.
Oh yeah,
there were so many good ones.
Yep, absolutely.
But yeah, what about you, Miles?
Okay, my favorite uncommon creatures, my favorite commanders from last year. I noticed a theme here with my cards, but I'll talk about that. My 3 favorites. Number 1, Glaring Fleshraker. It's 2 and a colorless for a 2/2 Eldrazi drone that says, whenever you cast a colorless spell, create an 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token with sacrifice this creature, add a colorless mana. And he also says, whenever another colorless creature enters the battlefield under your control, Glaring Fleshraker deals 1 damage to each opponent. This card's so cool.
Yeah.
Seems super powerful. You saw the gameplay. It was really good. I just think this is really cool. I like the colorless, and he just does a lot. So I think this is a really cool card.
Another MH3 Eldrazi.
Yep, that's right. And then my number 2 from Foundations Jumpstart is Dionys, Elvish Archdruid. 3 and a green for a 3/3 elf druid that says, elves you control have, whenever this creature becomes tapped during your turn, untap it and put a 1/1 counter on it. This ability triggers only once each turn. We've talked about this card. This card is super powerful. The power level is super high. There's lots of ways to build this. There's lots of ways to abuse that ability. I just think it's a super cool, interesting card that can do a ton.
Yeah.
Power level's high on that
Super
one.
strong.
Yeah. I don't have one built yet, but I really want to. That one seems really fun to play. And then the third one, I just really like this card. It's Ozox, the Clattering King, 2 and a black for a 3/2 skeleton noble. Ozox can't block. When he dies, he creates Jumble Bones, a 2/1 black skeleton. And then when Jumble Bones dies, you can return Ozox from the graveyard to your hand. I just love everything about this card, the flavor, the art, the mechanics. The gameplay that we played with him, he didn't do too much, but I think you can build him in a way that is better. But so yeah, I'm not going to give up on this guy. I'm not going to give up on the Clattering King.
Yeah, I did a little bit. He was the one who I wanted to put third.
Yeah.
But we've played with him 3 times now. Granted, only one has really had a fair chance, and I would say that was when you played on the gameplay video.
Sure.
But all 3 games, he was very underwhelming.
Kind of slow.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm gonna crack the code. Okay.
Okay. I hope you do, because I want him to be better.
Oh yeah.
He needs to be better because he's so cool.
Ozox will rise again.
Yes.
He'll come. He'll be back.
Jumble Bones will bring him back.
That's right, JB. Oh, we need a Jumble Bones token.
Yeah.
So if anyone out there, there's not an official one. So if anyone out there,
there's one on Arena now.
Oh,
they did reprint one.
That doesn't count.
For Arena, it doesn't count. No.
We need a paper one. We need okay. Yeah. So if anyone out there wants to take a stab at a Jumble Bones token,
show us your art.
Hit us up. Yeah. All right. Let's go to commons.
Yeah. All right. There were some good commons. My number 1 is Colossal Dread Mask. 6 mana.
I love
green.
this card.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Living weapon. Equipped. It's an equipment. Gives the creature equipped +6/+6 and trample, and then the equip cost is 5. Yeah. Just a solid green card.
What's not to love?
Brings a body with it.
It just screams green.
Yeah.
Right?
It's super awesome.
Colossal Dreadmaw.
Yeah.
Obvious
flavor's
reference.
fantastic.
Yep. It's great.
Another Modern Horizons 3 card. My number 2, also Modern Horizons 3, Glimpse of the Impossible. So it's 2 in a red, sorcery. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. At the beginning of the next end step, if any of those cards remain exiled, put them into your graveyard, then create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token for each card put into your graveyard this way. Those tokens have sacrifice to add a colorless. So it's it's a super good utility card. You can exile cards to play. So if you have tons of mana and you need some way to spend it, draw 3, look at them, play what you need. If you're tapped out but you need some bodies on the battlefield, play it. Just get 3 0/1s.
Yeah.
There's so many things that you can do with it. Mix and match. Just a solid card.
Yep. Yeah, it's awesome. It uses all parts of the buffalo, and it just like draw cards, bodies. They turn into mana. Yeah. So yeah, it's sweet. It's a sweet card.
It's awesome. My third one, I went with a mechanic that is by far my favorite mechanic from the year, and that was from Bloomborough, and it was the gift mechanic. So I chose Crumb and Get It for my third common. It's a single white instant gift of food, so you can give an opponent a food token as you cast this. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If you give the gift, that creature also gains indestructible. So it's an awesome protection spell, awesome pump spell, and I like the gift mechanic a lot.
Yeah.
I like the politicking around it. Help somebody out, get a favor in return, protect your thing. With this card, at least, other gift cards do other various things, but I really like the gift mechanic, so I knew that I had to put one of those cards on.
That's a good call. Do you generally give the gift?
Almost always.
So generous.
Yes.
Wow.
Because there's usually somebody who you can help out.
You can give it to someone else too.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the person that you're like interacting with at all. So
right.
Yeah. I love it. I just think it's such a fun mechanic, and I hope they keep printing more cards with that.
Yeah, I think it's a fun one for sure. Okay, my uncommons. My favorite uncommons.
Common.
Oh, sorry. Yes, my favorite commons. I thought this was an uncommon because it's so pushed. It's so powerful. Really okay. My number one is Basking Brood Scale. It's a 1 and a green for a 2/2 devoid. It has 1 and a green to adapt 1 to put a 1/1 counter on it. And then whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put on Basking Brood Scale, you create an 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn with sacrifice this creature to add a colorless mana. This card's crazy. This card's awesome. So anytime you put a 1/1 counter on it, it just makes a spawn for you. There's tons of ways to go infinite with it, which depending on, your group and your power levels, you may or may not want to, but still, it's really powerful. Even if you do that, just you have lots of ways to put a 1 counter on it and not go infinite. It's still very versatile. It can do a lot for you. I think it's a really sweet card. The power level's high. Okay, my number 2 is Accursed Marauder. It's a 1 and a black for a 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a non-token creature. There's lots of these effects, but this one's great. This is just another tool, another edict in black decks, black control. And the key word I think is non-token creature.
Mm-hmm.
So there's tons of tokens floating around. Especially, there's gonna be a lot of bunnies floating around.
Oh yeah,
a lot of tokens. And so Accursed Marauder is just another tool to help you get past, sacrificing something worthwhile. And then my favorite card. I love this card, Horrid Vigor. It's a 1 and a green instant. Target creature gains target creature gains death touch and indestructible until end of turn. I like these effects fine. But man, just this card, this total card.
I know why you like it.
The art is so cool. The art is I just like, the horror kind of scene of it. The art is super cool. It's this big monster with this huge hand and an axe in its neck.
Yeah.
But it's like indestructible. And then the flavor text is just we set it on fire, it lived. We cut off its head, it lived. We fell to it one by one, it lives. So cool.
That is really good flavor text.
Right. So good, right? So I don't know how much play it'll see or whatever, but it's just one of my favorite cards of the year. So
yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I notice the theme with your cards.
I have a lot of black and green. Like I tried, I looked for others, but I was just like, these are just standing out to me. Black and green. It's not. I do love black, so that's true. But yeah, I just know I gravitated towards those ones.
I have a pip of every color in my top 6.
Look at you.
Look at me.
Any colorless?
Not technically.
I had colorless.
Titan's Vanguard is colorless. So
all right, we'll count it.
We'll count it. Good.
That's devoid, huh?
So yeah, this last year was super fun.
Yeah, it was.
Tons of great cards, sets. It was a blast.
Yeah.
We got into Pauper Commander.
Yep.
MagicCon. It was just an awesome year of Magic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let us know your favorite cards. Let us know your favorite uncommons, commons, whatever. They don't have to be crazy good. They can be, you can like them for whatever reason. Let us know.
Yeah. So looking forward this next year, run through this pretty quick. We got 7 sets coming out. 1 remastered set. The first set of the year, we've got Innistrad remastered. Then we're going to Avishkar, previously known as Kaladesh.
Right.
For Aether Drift, which is, if that's your jam, it'll be sweet because it's going to be full of vehicles, I assume.
Yeah, you'd assume. Yeah.
A bunch of racing going on.
Avishkar. How'd they come up with that?
Avishkar.
A race car. Avishkar. A race car.
Avishkar.
Yeah. There you go. I love that set symbol. Oh
yeah.
Man.
It's fantastic.
I did not expect so much controversy about that. But anyways. Yeah, if you like race cars, that one's going to be cool.
That'll be fun. Then we're going to Tarkir, Dragonstorm set.
April.
Super excited for that set. That'll be blessed. I love dragons. Final Fantasy. Did you play Final Fantasy?
Some,
You did?
yeah.
And I've never.
Who's stoked for that
touched
one?
it.
That one, I know. Yeah, I mean, one of the best video game selling series of all time. That one's going to be huge. I anticipate.
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, that one sounds cool. That one's in June. Then we'll have Edge of Eternities, anticipated for August. So what do we know about that one? Is that Magic Goes to Space?
Yes, I believe that's what that is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That one, yeah. I that one should be interesting. I'm kind of excited for that one. The setting sounds cool. And then what do we have?
Ooh, this one is the big one.
Are you excited about this
I
one?
am so excited. Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel superhero, as it is for most people.
Yeah.
Grew up watching the cartoon.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think kind of regardless how you feel about the universes beyond and the IP infiltrating Magic, I think this is going to be big no matter what. Marvel is huge. We love Magic. I don't think we mind the Marvel and the other properties infiltrating Magic too much. I mean, we've talked a lot about this.
Yeah.
And we play Magic for the game.
Yep.
I think it's the best game
Absolutely.
ever made.
Yep.
And so regardless of what picture you stamp on it, it's still going to be super fun to play.
Yeah. I do understand some people more so invested in the Magic lore than I am, for sure.
Sure.
Could be turned off by it. So I definitely sympathize and understand it. But yeah, it doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me a ton because I like the Magic universe. I like the lore.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though I'm, dip my toe in it and I don't, I'm not absorbed in it. However, I still, there's other. We're allowed to like more than one thing. Yeah. So you can like Magic, you can like the universes, you can also like Marvel, and you can like Spider-Man. That's totally fine. So, yeah, it's not going to turn me off Magic. It's not going to make me stop playing. And I like Marvel and I like Spider-Man, and my kids will too, right? Like that's the other thing too.
Big thing
is that'll be fun. I hope that it'll bring more people in than it will turn people off.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. And then we've got an unnamed Universes Beyond coming out.
Did we hear this was Home Improvement?
I think it's a Home Improvement Universes Beyond. Come on, Wilson! Come on, Wilson!
Yes,
that would be the ultimate. Maybe just 90s sitcoms.
Yeah,
Universes Beyond.
Wow.
Seinfeld, Friends.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
That would be fantastic. A Kramer card. Come on. Print a Newman card. All right. Let us know your predictions for the unnamed Universes Beyond.
Yeah.
What could it be? All right. What news do we know about? What changes do we know about for next year?
So, little bit of news. They're going down to 30-pack booster boxes for play boosters, starting with Aether Drift. Pros and cons to that. I mean, it's going to cut the box price down, which is good. If you're just buying boxes, drafting with your friends, opening just to crack packs, like that's a good thing to have a cheaper way of doing that.
Yeah.
The downside is 36 packs was perfect for stores hosting events. You get a pot of 8, you give them a box to support it. They draft with 24 of the packs, and then if it's 3 rounds, you get a pack per win. And it's the perfect number of packs to support an 8-person pod.
Right, with Pride support, it's perfect. Yeah.
Yep. So now stores are going to have to open extra boxes to support that.
Right.
Or find other ways of prize support.
Hopefully they don't cut prize support.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't lead to that. But.
That could be a downside, especially for stores. But overall, I think it's probably a good thing to be able to find a box for near $100.
Yeah.
Some of the sets hopefully. I'm sure will get under $100. Some might stay above that.
Yeah.
It should be closer to 100 than it is now. Yeah. Which is a good thing, I think.
Agreed.
And then we know for sure for this Aether Drift set that we're getting box toppers back, which is always fun. We got them with
cool.
Lord of the Rings, Zendikar Rising. Just a little bit extra is always nice without having to pay anything extra.
Yeah, a little morsel.
Yeah, a little morsel. But what is your let's end with a big splashy prediction.
Ooh, I got a spicy prediction for next year.
Let's hear it.
All right. This may sound crazy, but it could happen. I predict that Palladium Mirror will be downshifted to common. That'd be crazy. It's 3 generic for a 2/2, tap for 2 colorless.
So bring a creature-ish soul ring effects into PDH, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah, that would be huge if that happens.
That would be crazy.
That would be. That's
Probably
a good one.
won't, but
Hey, you gotta make a big splash.
Why not?
Predictions.
Yep.
I'm not making a huge splash.
What's your prediction that we'll get a Spider-Man
Commander, PDH Commander.
Yeah,
Yep, that's
good.
mine.
Yeah.
No, this year we did not get any 3-color PDH Commanders. I believe that's correct. Double check me if I'm wrong. But my prediction is next year we're at least going to get 5. I think one of the sets will have half of the color pairs as an uncommon creature. So I hope we get 10. I hope we get one of each.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
But my prediction is that we're at least going to get 5 next year.
Cool. I like it. I love it.
So, yeah.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun. I
Okay.
think we need more 3-color commanders in PDH to build around.
Totally.
It's really fun.
Do any of you have any predictions for next year? Let us know. Are we crazy? Are we right on? Am I right on?
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know.
All
I'm
right.
curious to see what people think.
Time for our...
You got some common questions for me?
Yep. 20 common questions. Let me pull it up real quick.
You got a good one for me?
I do.
Go easy on me, okay?
Okay. Go ahead. Lead on.
All right. Is it a permanent?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Is it a creature?
It is.
Is it uncommon?
Yes and no.
So it's been printed in both?
Yes.
Just to clarify.
Yes.
Does that count as a question?
It can. Yes. It has been printed at both.
Oh boy. Is it black and or red?
Yes.
Is it monocolor?
Yes.
Is it red?
No.
So it's black. It's a black, common, uncommon.
That was 5.
I'm not keeping track.
I am. 5.
Okay. Is it mostly played at uncommon?
No.
Okay. So we mostly see it as at common.
That is correct.
Okay. Ooh. Does it cost 3 or more?
Yes.
Does it cost 4 or more?
Yes.
Does it cost 6 or more?
No.
So it costs 5 or 6. Or sorry, 4 or 5. Does it? Oh man. Oh. Let's see. Does it have 2 black pips in the mana cost?
It does.
Okay.
10 questions.
Oh my gosh.
Halfway.
Does it fly?
No.
This is a tricky one. Man. Doesn't fly. Does it cost 5 mana?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm thinking 3 and a black. Is it 3 and 2 blacks? Doesn't have flying. Does it do something when it enters the battlefield?
Yes.
Oh man. I know this card?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Man, kind of out of my depth here. There's just so many in my mind. Does it have a lot of printings? Or does it have more than 4?
I don't know that. But I can think of at least 3. So I'd guess it does have 4.
Okay. I want to cheat. Can I use my hint?
What's your hint?
I don't know. I'm calling in my hint. Okay. It does something when it enters the battlefield. Does it kill a creature in any way?
No.
Oh, okay. I think I'm getting it. Okay. Does it gain life and or opponents lose life?
Yes.
Okay. Is it Gary?
It is Gary.
Yes. Okay.
Gray Merchant
it came
of
to me.
Asphodel.
I knew it. Okay.
Yep.
I knew it the whole time.
Yeah,
that
you
was
did.
easy. It was there.
Good job.
Oh, whew.
Cool.
That was scary.
That was good.
Scary Gary. Yeah, awesome card. Do you want to read it? Just
Yeah. Gray Merchant of Asphodel, 3/2 black, creature zombie. It's a 2/4. When Gray Merchant of Asphodel enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life, where X is your devotion to black. You gain life equal to the life lost this way.
affectionately called Gary.
Yep. Good old Gary.
It's a sweet card. Yeah. Good one. Thank you.
Cool.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next year.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Keep it spicy.